Hello and welcome to another Metaphysical Monday here on Uncensored Intuition. Today we are talking about crystals to use or work with for ancestry work or to connect with your ancestors or ancestral knowledge in general if you are not really keen on working with your own ancestors for various reasons. So let's talk about crystals to work with. All right, if you're new to the channel, my name is Melissa. Every Monday I do a video called Metaphysical Monday where we talk about a metaphysical topic. Okay, yeah, topic, not product. Unless I'm telling you about something I made. Um, uh, and then I throw in like a tarot reading every week as well, just on random topics that are going on in the world. And then witchy unboxings are also something that I really like to do. So if you're into that, stick around, maybe subscribe, hit the bell if you want notifications. And so let's get into the crystals. All right. Crystals for ancestry work. I have a lot of notes. I'm going to look down a lot, and I know some people don't like that, but you know, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry because I don't want to forget anything. So I'd rather look down. Okay, so let's get started. All right. First of all, I want to disclaimer two things. One, I'm not an expert. Okay, I don't believe anybody's really an expert. I don't claim to be. I am not the be-all end-all resource for your crystal knowledge. I am simply here as a muse to possibly bring something that might inspire you to either take action on something in your life or to learn more about something, or to maybe bring awareness to something that you weren't aware of that you might want to explore. So that's why I'm here. I'm not here to be your expert. But I will answer questions. I'm not saying I want to answer questions. I'm not here to be your expert. I will answer questions. I will bring knowledge that I find or have, and I will share it with you. So there's that. Second disclaimer for this video specifically, you don't need crystals to connect with your answers. You don't need them. But if it's something that you've tried to do and you're struggling to connect, these might help. Not guaranteed. Okay. So, keep that in mind. So, there are other methods, to connecting with your ancestors. There's dream work, like literally any type of rituals that you can include your ancestors in. Meditation, you can literally just say, hey, ancestors, I need you, come and protect me, or whatever it is. You could literally just ask. So there are lots of other methods. These are just crystals that may help because I love my pretties, and they help me with stuff. So we're going with that. All right, so let's get into the crystals themselves. Not just the crystal type or the stone type, but also first on the list, and I mentioned this in previous videos, I love my crystal skullies. And for the month of October, talking about ancestry a lot. And for me, crystal skulls represent that ancestral knowledge. I still have this one here from the last video. Let's get this one. This is selenite skull, crystal skulls. Okay, crystal skulls are they're like the keepers of that ancestral knowledge. We know from science today that quartz crystal stores information. It also, if it is under enough pressure, can create a spark. So there is energy in the crystals. Science has explored clear quartz. They're in your watch, they're in clocks, they're in electronic devices. So we know that the crystals have hold information, store information. So for a lot of people who work with the skulls, the crystal skulls, we know that that they hold information that our ancestors have given us. More on that in other skull videos. Maybe I should make a separate playlist just with like skulls if you're into the skulls. But there's that. So skulls represent ancient knowledge, great for scrying, and see my last video for how to scry into your crystal skull. May not be how you would expect, but you can do it however you want. But how I would recommend or how I would do it is in last Monday's video. So skulls. Next on the list is obsidian. Obsidian is grounding and connects us to the earth and therefore our history on Earth, our physical history here on this planet. Being grounded can help us connect to that. Common stone for scrying, Also, again, last video about scrying, obsidian. What do I have here? I have two of these. That one's broken. I'm just going to show you this one. I have my little, I mean, not on purpose because of Halloween or talking to our past relatives, but this is my obsidian coffin. I have two of them. One is broken. My oldest dropped it and it broke, but that's okay. It made it easier to tell that it was real because I had my doubts that this was real because it is so, like, you're not going to be able to see it here, but I was able to hold it up to the light and you can see through it. You can see that it is gray-brown color, so I do know that it is real obsidian. So obsidian is a good one because, again, connecting us, grounding us, connecting us to our history here on this planet, keeping our physical plane grounded. So that being grounded, connecting to the earth can also help connect to the history of our planet and our place on it. Next is Bloodstone. I have a couple. This one, I'm not 100% sure that this is actually Bloodstone, but I think it might be. I couldn't find the one I was looking for. And it's also, this was sold as Dragonstone, which I know can sometimes, depending on the seller, it can be interchanged. This one I know for a fact is Bloodstone. This one has no red. It's all green, okay? Not all of the Bloodstone has green or has red in it. This is Bloodstone, but a lot of times it will be this green color and then have like a darker red in it. But Bloodstone, helpful for blood flow in the body. So guess what else that helps with? If it is good for the blood flow in your body, it can also help you connect etherically or energetically to those in your bloodline that have passed. So working with the blood in the body, it can also, what is going on out there? There's a lot of noise and commotion in my backyard. What? Okay. I'm distraction free now. So thinking in those terms, if you change that physical representation of the blood in your body to an energetic representation of your bloodline, where you come from genetically, it can help facilitate that connection as well. Next on the list, I don't have a crystal for it. I have two pieces of Indigo Gabriel, which is also called Mystic Merlinite sometimes, and I could not find them anywhere. Literally anywhere I looked for probably an hour. I checked all my little hidey holes and all my little spots where I store crystals. I checked where I keep the crystals for jewelry that I don't make anymore. I could not find it. So Indigo Gabriel, it's a black stone, black dark gray with kind of bluish gray specks and spots, kind of in this similar pattern, kind of like in that pattern, but black background, gray, silvery blue spots. So that's what it looks like. Anyways, my little description is probably not that bad. Mystic Merlin helps see the unseen, particularly helps you to see mystical realms or astral plane, kind of creates a bridge from the physical to the spirit realms or the astral plane. So that can help with the connection between the two. And then the last one that I have, this looks really dusty, but it doesn't feel dusty, but I don't know, that's weird. The polish is okay. It's all right now. So this is Petrified Wood is the next one. Can I ask you what you see in that? Because I've seen a couple different things in here, and I have another person who has pointed out a couple of different things as well, but I'm curious, what do you see in there? Anyways, so Petrified Wood, again, connecting to the earth. Petrified Wood, I wrote down a lot about Petrified Wood, so I don't want to miss anything. I'm going to read from the paper again. Sorry. Representing the family tree. The tree holds, my belief is that the tree holds the timelines in its rings. Okay, so we can tell how old a tree is by the rings. If we were to cut it by the number of rings, we can tell how old it is. I also, and I've never heard anybody else say this, so it might just be me, intuitively. I feel like it holds the timelines. It holds energy from the timelines, from different timelines. Maybe not just physical timelines, maybe also like etheric timelines or like dimensional timelines, interdimensional timelines. Maybe possibly, but I feel like there is a representation of the time in the rings as well, which can be helpful in connecting with our ancestors. Um, there are pieces of ancient trees. Okay, these are not there. I gotta write neater. These are pieces of ancient trees that become crystalline over time. So, if you're not familiar with how petrified wood is formed, this is actually a piece of a tree, and they were specifically the petrified forest in Arizona. Um, there was trees that were knocked over and underwater, and then they were compressed by earth. There was a lot that had happened in kind of a shortish period of time, but it wasn't the tree. Because of how it happened, the tree was unable to decompose the organic matter, and because of the compression of the materials that were then on top of it, created quartz. So we have clear quartz, which I mentioned before, holds information. They use clear quartz in our electronic devices. It can store information. So we have a tree that was alive, a living organic tree, where all of the organic matter of the tree has been transmuted into quartz energy, which holds information. So, taking what I feel the representation of the time in the rings and combining it with the fact that it is also clear quartz, which holds and stores information and has an energy charge to it. If you combine those two thoughts, this could be very powerful for jumping timelines, even possibly, but connecting with the past and connecting with the events that took place here on our planet. So what else did I say here? Organic material replaced by quartz, which stores information like a memory card. It's like a memory card that was also a tree. So I feel like this is probably a powerful one that you may not have realized will help connect you to the past. These are how old did I didn't write that down? How long does it take to form? I mean, thousands of years. This tree was alive. I'm gonna just round out, and I'm probably not accurate. You can call me out if you want, but I'm admitting it now. This is probably 1,000-year-old piece of tree. Okay, that is literally transmuted into a memory card. All right, so I feel like that would be a very, very powerful one if you're trying to connect with your ancestors. So those are the crystals. How to use them? Okay, so you told me what crystals will help, but how do I do this? What can I use them for? Dream work. Ask to dream to connect. I have a book that I made, and I've mentioned in a few videos, Dreaming with Intention, where you literally write down your question before you go to sleep. Dream, have your dream, and then you write down things that happened in the dream, and there's some little prompts in there to help guide you and what to try and recall. But dream work, asking to connect, this probably wouldn't be too comfortable under your pillow. Again, going back to the dream work from last month video, put it in the pillowcase so it doesn't fall off your bed and break or hurt you or something. But you can get a little tumble and stick it in your pillowcase. You can get, if you have a big piece like this, you can set it on the nightstand next to your bed. Just having the intention to connect to the energy will be good enough. You don't have to physically be touching it, but dream work, asking before you go to sleep to connect to your ancestors. Allow my ancestors to bring information that I may need to know, or even about a specific topic in my dreams, and thank you, and then go to sleep. There are other herbs that can help with that as well, but we're talking about crystals. So That's one way. Also, meditation. You use them, meditate with your crystals if you are drawn to do that. If you are into meditation, um, if you are not a meditating kind of person, I know not everyone, not everyone can get there mentally for meditation. It's a lot harder for some people. But there are other ways to meditate. You don't have to silence your mind and listen for your ancestors to talk. Um, Go walking through nature. Bring a crystal with you. Wear it on your person and ask it to help you connect to your ancestors and go on a meditative walk. Some people, you have to activate another sense in order to get to kind of a meditative state. Whatever works best for you. You don't have to sit in lotus position to meditate. And have rain sound in the background. I like that, but you don't have to have that. There are many other ways to meditate. So bringing it with you on a walk where you don't have your phone. I mean, you should probably have your phone if you're going in the woods or something, just in case. You're probably not going to signal anyway. Okay, sorry, ADHD brain. So where you're not focusing on your phone, and you're just allowing your thoughts to wander, that is a form of meditation. So there's that. Or on an altar, if you have an altar, you do altar work as an offering to your deities, or if you can create an altar for your ancestors. You can choose a specific ancestor. And honestly, if you were personally, I don't have an altar, ancestor altar. I don't. Not that I'm opposed to it. I just don't have a place to put it right now. So if you were to create an altar for your ancestors, I personally would probably choose an ancestor, a specific ancestor that you did not experience physically with. So an aunt, like a great grandparent, or someone possibly that you can find more information on. But that's totally up to you. But it would be, I feel like if it was somebody that you were super close to and you were trying to actually gain more broad knowledge, I feel like that personal relationship may create a little bit of a stumbling block, if you will. Just a personal suggestion, recommendation, take it or leave it. But that's a couple of ways how you can connect with your ancestors. Again, also just asking, right? So last thing I want to say is, if you're doing meditating or you're doing an altar, incorporate other things from your ancestors' culture. Specific foods, specific types of music, artwork from that culture, clothing. If there is ritual garments from your culture, incorporate that into your practice where you're working. Symbols as well. There are symbols that are specific to different cultures. Use those symbols on your altar, or meditate on that symbol, or incorporate it however you feel the need. One more tip. Crystals that are associated with the location, okay, or the beliefs of that. So depending on where your culture comes from, you can look up. I have a lot of ancestry in Ireland, obviously. So I would look up crystals that are mined in Ireland, or crystals that grow in Ireland. There are a lot of crystals that only grow in one place. So there may be a specific crystal that helps connect you to that location where your ancestors came from. That can also help with ancestry work. So I hope you enjoyed those tips. Again, if you're finding value in this, I would love to have you subscribe. Helps the channel grow, and it helps our little community grow too. So again, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one, and always remember that the magic you seek is within you. Have a blessed day.